Maldita Rola. Hoy, en nuestro primer capítulo, presentamos a Late Cambrian desde Brooklyn, Nueva York, Esquios desde España y en vivo, Señor Bess desde Chile.
Hey out there in music land, you're talking to John. I'm the guitar player and vocalist for Late Cambrian, which is an indie guitar pop band from Brooklyn, New York in the United States. We have a new album out. It's called Golden Time. It's available on vinyl and on CD at latecambrian.com. I like to call our band indie guitar pop. We're making music that's not commercial, but it is very pop. It's also melodic at the same time, and guitar is the main instrument. For those out there who want to know what we sound a little like, think a little bit Phoenix, a little bit The Strokes, a little bit early Weezer, and you've kind of got a little bit of where Late Cambrian comes from, filtered through the band's personality and how we make it. As far as band influences go, I grew up on Black Sabbath with Led Zeppelin and Alice Cooper, so I have like a classic rock background. And when I was a kid, my parents used to play a lot of big band music, so Frank Sinatra, Duke Ellington, Mel Torme, jazz standards, stuff like that. But when I started the band, I was really excited about the second Weezer album called Pinkerton, because even though it's very, very melodic and super catchy, you hear a lot of feedback, and they didn't play to a click, so it's not always exactly perfect. And to me that made the music sound more exciting and more like a roller coaster, you know? You can't tell where it's going. So with that in mind, when we put the band together, I wanted to make sure that even no matter how catchy the songs get, they always retain a certain animal urgency that isn't following the rules and isn't trying to get famous. That's just trying to be a really good song with the attitude of rock and roll, not following the rules. As far as dreams and goals go, I would love to be able to take this band on tour. In 2014, we went on a huge tour. We went to the UK and Ireland and Germany and Amsterdam and Scotland with the band Wheatus. They had the hit Teenage Dirtbag. We were on the tour bus with them. We played 26 shows in 30 days. So my dream for this band, to be in such a position that we can be on tour, be on the road all the time, and bringing our music to everyone. Because more than anything, I love to play live. I love to meet new people. I love to put my music in front of people and see how they feel about it. The usual condition in this band is that I bring the songs in that I've written at home, and then the band works them out in the studio. We come up with drum parts and bass parts and background vocals, but usually the songs start with me. I'll be at home, I'll come up with cool chord progressions that I like, and then write melody lines, and then the lyrics will come to me as I'm writing. Usually the way the lyrics show up is I'll just be singing nonsense, you know? And then I'll just sing along, and eventually a really good like phrase will come out, and then from that phrase, if I really like the phrase, I can build the whole song around it in both directions, and it'll help me come up with the theme for the song. A lot of the song's themes, I mean, there are relationship songs about relationships breaking down, and there's songs about going out clubbing and going out dancing and then feeling awkward and not being able to do it and not being able to fit in with all the people just having fun. Hopefully, even though it's melodic music, it's also thoughtful, and people out there can relate to it, and not, I don't want to make anyone feel like they have to always have a good time and always feel good. I want people to be able to say, yeah, sometimes I don't feel great, but the music's happy, so it's a weird clash. As far as our live show goes, visually, we have a drummer, we have a bass player, and O on the keyboards. She's the freest one. She dances all around the stage and sings and looks at people and makes people happy. And then I'm in the middle playing guitar and singing and talking to the audience. So your traditional rock lineup for people in a dream. As far as downloading uploading music online goes, in my career where I am now, I mean, we have Spotify already, we already have Sirius Radio, there are places people go to listen to music for free. Anyway, I just want to get my songs out there. I would love it if someone discovered my music. I don't need to get 99 cents for the newest song just to feel good about the song. I would rather get a great comment or an email from a fan than get money. So yeah, download the music, share it with your friends, just get us out there and get us all around, and I'll continue to make the music. And if you come to our shows, then maybe you'll buy something there, and then the band can continue to continue. I mean, the record industry seems to be there seems to be a big split in the record industry between the really poppy stuff that's super commercial, that's only made to make money, and then really indie stuff that is very experimental and has lots of reverbs and makes people, feel creative listening to it. The music right in the middle, where it's a little bit commercial but not too commercial, there's less of a market for that. So in a way, there might be less of a market for us, but I feel like we're helping people who can't stand commercial music still be able to listen to melodic music that makes them feel good without feeling like a sellout. And as far as like really indie music that's very experimental and moody, I love that stuff myself, but I don't know if I can play it convincingly, because it would be coming from a place of imitating something that I might not necessarily feel myself. I feel like the record industry has somehow fractured into those two camps of super commercial and super non-commercial. So we kind of stay somewhere in the middle. Based on my experience in this band for 4 years, I'd say the biggest obstacle we have would be financial. Just being able to afford to stay independent, and afford to record the next album and to get on tour and to pay for the gas and the hotels and all that. That's probably the hardest thing. It's probably the number one thing that makes people quit too. As much as they want to share their music with the world, give it something beautiful to offset the horrible. Without someone chipping in to help pay for it, you end up having to split time between making money and making music. It would be great if the music made enough money that I didn't have to also do other stuff for money. I mean, I mix people's albums for them, and I do some acting. I have an agent for acting, so it's not like I'm still in the entertainment business, so I've kept it pretty cool. But yes, it would be great if you could just do music and not have to worry about the finances of it. That's probably the hardest. As far as playing clubs go, I mean, when I was on tour for a month, I'd say the best thing about it is I'd love to say that it's when you're on stage playing. You have more responsibilities then. Making sure that nothing goes out of tune and the music sounds great, and talking to the audience, and it's so much fun for me. But I even like just as much, or maybe even slightly better, hanging out afterwards, after the show, talking to the audience and making new friends and taking photos and signing albums. It's a lot of fun for me to socialize after the gigs too. So that would be great. The worst thing about playing clubs, I don't know if you can say that this is. Playing music live is such a high when you're done playing and the band is just kind of sitting in a van. There's this weird experience of all of your adrenaline and excitement going away, and it almost veers into depression. And in order to counteract that, a lot of musicians end up turning towards drugs. But see, I don't do any. So we end up turning towards food. We end up driving around looking for a diner and then stuff our face with horrible food, because somehow the experience of the sugar and the salt after that keeps your high up a little longer, and it doesn't feel like you've gone from the greatest experience in the world to nothing. So I'd say the worst thing about playing live is the moments after it's done, when everything starts to fade into the normal world again. So I would say out there, everyone listening, I hope you enjoy our music. I hope you enjoyed this interview, and make sure, no matter what kind of life that you have, to do something for you every day. Find a way to create. Maybe you love music too. Find a way to play guitar, play drums, write on a piano. Do something where your heart and your soul is speaking to the universe, and you're growing in a way that doesn't involve money and routine and just living, because there are millions of things out there that are just about living, but the reason for living is probably art and beauty. So try to contribute beauty to the universe. It's been great to talk to you. Please visit us at latecambrian.com, and there's videos on YouTube and Facebook /Late Cambrian. I hope to see you there. Anything you post, that's me answering. So have a good one.